Hello everybody, welcome back. As we have made a reasonable start to the season, today we make our first foray into European football for this year and the Champions League, which is now licensed in FM23 and has a sparkly new look. Hello everybody, welcome to episode 4 of Making Chelsea Stand Proud. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have that first game in the Champions League against FC Copenhagen, or Copenhagen, whichever way it's spelled on here, and then a Premier League game at home to Southampton. We're away for this first game in Copenhagen, obviously, at a stadium called Parken. It's a park. It's got grass in the middle, something like that. Anyway, that is our first game up in the episode today. We have played 2 games since you were last with us. Of course, Manchester City and Brentford in the last episode, and the draw for the Champions League. We have played Arsenal, beat them 2-0 in the London derby, which the fans were really happy about. And then we've trounced Brighton by 6 goals to 0 in that one. A good game was had by all, as you'll see again. Mason Mount getting 2-1 from the penalty spot. Havertz, Ziyech, Kovacic, and a new player, because transfer window has closed. It's slammed shut. Didn't have a lot of money to spend, but we have spent what we did have on Gabriel Barbosa. He is 26 years old, 3-star current ability, 3-star potential ability, but he will add back up to Kai Havertz, because I noticed he's been a bit wishy-washy last couple of games in the Premier League, and really needed somebody to keep him on his toes. So if he's not playing particularly well, we can switch him out, or if he's injured, of course, we would be. I know we've got other players that could fit there, Aubameyang being one of them, but ultimately he fits one of our areas that we were looking at, because I think we were looking at striker, right-sided midfield, left-sided defence, but we'll have to work on the right-sided midfield and left-sided defence at a future point in time. Barbosa, yes, he was in Brazil at San, then went into Inter Milan, went out on loan at Benfica, back to San. FLA, he's in Brazil, because all the Brazilian sides, until we do the necessary work on them, are all 3-letter things. I'm not sure off the top of my head. If you know, down in the comments, FLA. I've really can't say I've paid a lot of attention previously. Anyway, he's been at FLA in Brazil since he came back from Inter for 15 million. We've paid 25 million for him, a bit over the odds possibly, but so we were in a bit of a bidding war with Tottenham and Manchester City. Beat them to it. He has played that one game and scored a goal, which I will show you now. It was a bit of a scruffy affair, to be fair, but at the end of the day, all goals count, and this one included. So you'll see his debut goal, minute into injury time at the end of this game against Brighton. Here we go. The ball comes in. Hudson-Odoi out wide, crosses it. Boja heads it against the sort of goalkeeper post, crossbar, etc. It falls, and Barbosa was there to stick it in the back of the net. Poacher's effort. Anyway, that was how he scored. And as I say, a resounding 6-0 win against Brighton. And that leaves us top. After 6 games all the way round, we are top by 2 points over Liverpool. Liverpool, by virtue of the fact that they actually drew their match against Tottenham. Tottenham were in the lead for a long while there. Manchester United and Manchester City, the first Manchester derby of the season, play out a 2-2 draw, which keeps them all at bay. And as you just saw, I think, flash through. Did we? We didn't. I'm sure it was there. Maybe it's at the bottom. There it is. Aston Villa losing 2-0 to Wolves, which means that we are that 2 points clear at the top of the table now, over Liverpool, and slightly better goal difference by virtue of that 6-0 win over Brighton, who are on the bottom. Bournemouth, West Ham and Brighton in the bottom. West Ham nearly need to pick their finger out. I did contemplate whether to play West Ham in the beta this season. If you think I should do at the start of next FM, that would complete all the London clubs, all the big London clubs anyway. Having done Arsenal, Tottenham, Chelsea and West Ham, we might then do Brentford at some point or other. I don't know. Anyway, let's get into the episode. While we are on the transfers, just check the transfer history of transfers going out, because we have had a few people go out. Nobody of any ilk. I think those loans were already in place. Silko Thomas has gone to Bournemouth for will be 170k. Otherwise, they're all loans, so and no money spent there. So we've spent 283 million in the transfer window, 44 million coming in. So that's about 239 million deficit. Financial-wise, we are overspent on our wages, which we're going to have to bring down at some point or other. So somebody's going to have to go out. We've got 41,000 left in the bank with 48 million in the red. Not so good, maybe. Not so good. Right. Let's get on with the episode then and have a look at the team that is going to face Copenhagen away from home in the Champions League for our first Group G match. Now, I did mean to mention in the preamble that one of the things I've noticed that a lot of the other content creators are talking about is injuries. Lots and lots of injuries seem to be filtering through. Some of them are only minor injuries, but there seems to be a lot of injuries, whether that's a bug and it's been overloaded or whatever, or whether, I don't know, it just feels as if something's not quite right somewhere, but we'll see whether it's been fixed. There have been a couple of updates, or appears to be updates coming down, fixing obviously certain things in FM23. I think there was an update this morning when I loaded up as well. Right, let's have a look at the team then. Mendy in goal, Cucurella, Koulibaly, Fofana and Azpilicueta, Jorginho and Kante in midfield. Sterling, Mount and Hudson-Odoi are attacking midfield. Havertz continues up front. Feeney, Calabar. Oh yeah, Feeney is in because we have an injury to, and I can't remember who we've got an injury to now, but because he's under 21, he can go on the bench. Our number two, you can only, it's a weird thing. We've only got two goalkeepers who are registered for this competition. So our usual is injured. Calabar, Kovacic, Barbosa, Chilwell, Gallagher, Brozier, Thiago Silva, Ziyech, Bangamang, Zakaria and Pulisic, who's been away on international duty, scored 2 goals for the United States. Just so you know, depends on how things go, but Havertz can either come off completely for Barbosa, or if we want to, we can have a switch around. Barbosa can go up front, can play out on the right as well, and Havertz can drop into the attacking midfield role. That's the team that's going to face Copenhagen then in our first UEFA Champions League game. Oh, do apologise if you heard that. Hopefully we won't get a strike for it, but I forgot that I thought, I could have sworn I turned the music off. That's not good, but yeah, as you see, the FM23 with the and even pick the ball up as the teams come out, and the Champions League bit in the centre circle. we are underway in this one. Copenhagen expected to be the easier team to beat, but they've had the first opportunity in this game. In fact, we haven't done a lot. And they continue to come forward, which is a bit of a worry. Nice ball into the area. Oh, crossed off the line by Cucurella. And they've still not got it away. Dorami and Fofana heading that away. But we're really making hard work of this so far. 10 minutes in. We have a free kick now. Mason Mount swings it in. It's a goal. And I think it has a and it's checking for offside, possible offside. Eesh. And it's disallowed. He was offside. Oh, it's questionable, for goodness sake. And I don't think Azpilicueta was. That's rubbish. Absolute rubbish. Should never have been disallowed. Hudson-Odoi now, who gives the ball away. And they are really giving us. Are we going to have trouble against some of the bigger sides in this competition then? And that was just wide. Thought it was going to go in. We've had one shot so far. We may well need to up the ante a little bit. And do we change formation slightly? Do we change to the version 2 of this one? I think possibly we do. Just to see whether we can get into the game. Mason Mount with a free kick. This one's deep for Fofana, and he's headed it over the top. FC Bayern's gone in front against Inter at the San Siro. Half-time comes, and it's a poor first half. We've had 4 shots now, but none of them on target, 0.39. They've had 7 shots, 2 of which are on target, a 1.22. Okay, Azpilicueta had one cancelled out after 14 minutes, but really, apart from that, we haven't done a great deal. We get underway for the second half. No changes at half time. It's Copenhagen on the attack again. Jorginho heads it out, but only as far as the Copenhagen player. I have enough trouble pronouncing my players, let alone trying to pronounce their players. Azpilicueta brings the ball out anyway, looking for Havertz, and nothing there. We haven't seen much of Mason Mount today. I think that's possibly why he's, if he's not functioning all right. We've got a player in the middle here for Copenhagen. If he gets this ball in, which is crossed in, oh, it's come back off the crossbar, and Fofana heads it clear. Azpilicueta does the real clearing up job. Still not cleared it. We're going to need to get in here somehow. Do we? Ooh, we are living very thing. Right, we need to change, possibly change again. Right, we're going to change to this formation. It would normally be reserved. Or do we? I don't think we do. I think we just go attacking on this and hope for the best. Long ball forward. Kukabai heads it down. Fofana gets it forward. Hudson-Odoi is tripped in the box. And the referee is going to go and have a look at this one. It is a penalty. And Hudson-Odoi failed. Jorginho with the penalty. Goalkeeper went the right way, and it's his 3rd goal of the season. Usually Mason Mount, this sort of toss-up between Jorginho and Mason Mount at these two. Just checking a minute, we have got Mason Mount in there. Yeah, he's there, but he's not playing particularly well. Hudson-Odoi not playing well either. So, Right, FM. I'd like to see what time is on the clock here. This is really annoying. 65 minutes. Right, okay, we're going to make a change because Mason Mount isn't doing it. And what we're going to do is we're going to drop Havertz back in there. Mason Mount can come off. Barbosa can come on. And we're going to take Hudson-Odoi off because he's not having a great game out there either. And bring on Aubameyang. And then if we take off Raheem Sterling for Broja on that side. Right. All changes around the front. Pump fists. I'll make an impact. Let's see what happens. 5 shots now, 1 on target. Fofana is tired. Minutes comes, nothing else doing at the moment. We're still in attacking mode. Fofana is going to be replaced by Thiago Silva at the back there. As Azpilicueta is also tired. I presume we've got the 5 changes, same as underway again. Looks a little bit better now. We have confined them to no more shots in this second half. Jorginho swings it in. It's run along the crossbar and been cleared. But Kante is going to get there. We could still have an attack on. Kante cuts it back. Azpilicueta, the person he moved it back to, into injury time. Not sure how much injury time. Doesn't tell us. But we have secured a 1-0 win away from home. 14 shots, 2 on target, 2.36. They had 12 shots, 2 on target. No more on target in that second half, 1.64. So we did do the business on them, 56% possession. And, it was hard work, I have to say. And if it's that hard work against Copenhagen, I'm not sure what's going to come when it comes to FC Bayern and Inter in the Champions League. A win is a win, and we, with FC Bayern, are top of the table with 3 points from the first game, second at the moment on goal difference. So we need to pick ourselves up and make sure we do something that. Interestingly, Liverpool only drew with Partenothope. A 2-2 draw there. So I'm sure they won't be happy with that by any manner, shape, or form. Right. That was that then. We received 2.4 million for winning that game. I think that was, yeah. So that's how that goes. Right. What we're going to do now then is we're going to motor forward to Saturday, and we're going to play Southampton in the Premier Division. Southampton currently, of course, we haven't played any games, Mark. Silly boy. Southampton currently lying in 5th place in the Premier Division. They've not had too bad a start to the season. Won their last 2 games that they've played. Drew 2, lost 1, won 2 in their last 5 games, and 11 points from their first 6 games of the season. So they are tucked in behind us. 5 points behind us as it currently stands. Let's go and see then who is going to be in the team against Southampton. And this is the side that will face Southampton in this Premier League game at Stamford Bridge. Mendy in goal, Chilwell, Thiago Silva, Kalabai and Azpilicueta in defence. Kovacic and Kante in midfield. Pulisic, Mount and Sterling are attacking midfield. Havertz continues up front. Bettinelli is on the bench for the injured player, or goalkeeper, and I can't remember what his name is. Gallagher Barboza, Fofana, Ziyech, Broja, Zakaria, and Hudson-Odoi are all on the bench for this one. And a pretty ordinary start to this game after the Champions League. And we do have a first highlight early on. Ball been put in. Looking for Havertz. Pulisic has got through, but it's gone wide. The final shot not particularly good. We have a free kick. Mason Mount on the edge of the area. In distance for Mason Mount. He has a shot. It's come back off the woodwork. Or the goalkeeper saved it. I'm not sure which. Mount is still there. It's gone out for a corner. Southampton. Goodbye. It's gone over the top. I like the new animations on the goals. A lot better. The way that the nets ripple now. That ball going over the top and top of the net rippled very, very nicely. 2 shots on target so far, which we only managed 2 all game against Copenhagen. Mount with a cross in. Oof, it's gone in. I wasn't too sure whether the goalkeeper had got there for a minute, but Chilwell with a header. And the goalkeeper will be kicking himself for that. Lovely ball from Mount, though, an assist. Chilwell gets up, and I thought the goalkeeper, as I say, had saved it. But as it was, it's gone in 1-0. 24 minutes gone. And Liverpool are winning against Newcastle 1-0. Chilwell with a corner on this far side. Or should I say near side, really. Mount. I'm not sure what happened there. Seemed to go through lots of players, lost the ball, and the ball was still there, and had a go. Ward-Prowse now with a free kick. Mendy's not reached it, and Che Adams has got an equaliser after 38 minutes. And I think we'll put that down as a mistake for Mendy. Very late getting up to it. Whether he thought he was going over or not, I don't know. But they've caught us. Azpilicueta on the far side there. As half-time comes up. Havertz. Oh, just wide. Looking to get us back in front. 2 minutes of injury time. Mason Mount with a free kick. It's come back off the woodwork again. It's bobbling around in the area there. And Kovacic couldn't quite get something on it to put it away. Ball launched and half-time has arrived and saves Southampton, or saves us, I'm not sure which. 20 shots, 5 on target. It's well below our 50%, 2.26 on the XG. We've had a huge amount of possession and realistically should be well in front at this point of the game. They made 2 changes at half-time, as you'll see. And we've made none. But we have tweaked our formation slightly, and we've gone attacking to try and dig this one out. We are so much on the stats that we can go attacking without them hopefully getting in. Kovacic, and he's been robbed. He's not having a good game, it's Kovacic. Ward-Prowse is there, and they've scored a second. Seko Mara getting Southampton in front after 60 minutes, 61 minutes. Kovacic. Ward-Prowse almost backheeling that for Mara. Very poor. Right. Let's berate the team. And do some changes. Kovacic is not having a good game. That is for sure. And I'm tempted. Let's put Mason Mount back in there. Kovacic can come off. We'll move Havertz back into there. And we will bring on Barbarossa for... Where are we? Kovacic for Barbarossa. such a good game either. And Eduardo Mendy. Right, pump fist. There and do it. Let's see if we can get back on Liverpool, back on level terms with us at the moment. 2 up against Newcastle and equal on goal difference as it stands. Raheem Sterling into Kante. Pulisic. Pulisic through to Havertz. And Havertz, a very poor shot in the end. Long ball. Kookabai cuts it out for a second time. But we still don't come away with the ball. Kookabai. Azpilicueta. Through to Sterling. This is a bit better. Crossed it all the way into the ball. Pulisic is there. Pulisic gets the equaliser. His first goal of the season. 64 minutes on the clock. And that's a bit more like it. Raheem Sterling doing the hard work out there. Lovely cross into the box. Pulisic getting a boot on the ball. Just first touch was perfect. Just give him enough space to put it away. And 2-2. Azpilicueta tries to get it to Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling gets it in a Havertz. And it's come back off of the defender into the arms of the goalkeeper, who launches one. Thiago Silva tries to head it to Sterling, but it's tidied up. Shea Adams, and we're on the back foot again here. Mara's in, but this time Mendy equal to it. Azpilicueta. Liverpool have overtaken us at the moment. Sterling, Havertz. Havertz, it's... Ooh. I'm not sure if that was Barbosa or what happened there. Right, let's have a look at some more changes, I think. Mason Mount is tired. And it looks like Zakaria can come on for him. Kante is also tired. Don't really have Conor Gallagher, I suppose. Koulibaly for Chalobah. Do we make all our changes now, or do we? Pulisic is tired as well. I have it still not firing on all cylinders. Players are nervous. Not quite sure what they're nervous about. Back underway. Liverpool go 3 up now. And we're having real trouble. And Havertz. Barbarossa not having a good game either. Ziyech is going to come on for Havertz. Can we sneak one in? 4 minutes of injury time. We're not going to. It's going to be a 2-2 draw against Southampton. That's a bit of a wham. And Barbosa, he only got a 6.5 in that one. At least we didn't lose. I suppose that's the way to look at it. That is the only way to look at it. He says. Oh dear. Let's have a look and see how that's left us in the table. And it does drop us down into second place behind Liverpool. Liverpool with that 1 goal a goal difference in front of us as it currently stands. So both of us on 17 points, then Aston Villa on 16. So it's a 4-point drop then to Leeds in 4th, Manchester City 5th, Southampton 6th, Wolves 7th, Tottenham just outside in 8th, and in the bottom there still Bournemouth, West Ham and Brighton. Still games to be played though. So that could change very slightly. I think Manchester City possibly the only one that could creep up to about 4th if they were to win their match that they are playing today or playing tomorrow, whichever the case is. Right, we will deal with all this stuff. We have 3 days before the game against Inter, so we're going to have to rest players, I think. That is for sure. Right, Inter and Everton will be offline. We're coming back for the other London derby, Tottenham, and that will be followed by the FC Bayern Champions League match. And then what we'll do is, I think we're then going to have a bit of a motor down, and we will probably come back for Fulham and Inter. Yeah, because we won't have had Inter. We'll have played Bayern, would have had Inter, and then we'll get on and see how we're getting on with the other competitions there. Right, that is today's episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up. Subscribe and hit the notification button. That will keep you up to date with all future episodes of this and any new series we release here on FM23. New episodes of Making Chelsea Stand Proud are currently released every weekday at 4:15 p.m. Certainly up until when the full version comes out, which when you see this is just over a week or so. Well, it's a fortnight away, there or thereabouts. If you want to keep up to date what's happening on this channel also, you need to follow me on Twitter at JustOffside2. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you for the next episode. It'll be episode 5. It's out tomorrow at 4:15. Till then, it's a very goodbye.